Hey guys, Atomic Phil here, and today we're going to be unboxing the Hot Topic exclusive Zombie Hunter Spiderman, as well as talk about the new upcoming Spider-Man pops. So stick around. I'm really excited I was able to get this pop, not only because I love the What If series, but I love the concept that Funko did with this Hot Topic exclusive. And with Spider-Man No Way Home premiering this week, there's not a better chance than to talk about some Spider-Man pops. This is easily one of my favorite pops of the year, Zombie Hunter Spiderman. And I'm pretty sure he is metallic exclusive. I can't really remember, I have to see, but I'm pretty sure he has metallic paint on him. But the reason I love this pop so much is because he's not like an ordinary Spider-Man. He's more of an unmasked Spider-Man, which I feel like is more valuable, more rare, because they have so many masked Spider-Man and Spider-Man and all different varieties. And yeah, he has different suits, or he's doing different activities, or it's just little different variants of him, but they all kind of get run out or played out because they're not that unique in a sense that he's just Spider-Man. You can take a Miles Morales or Gwen Stacy, and they all look the same. They have the same Spider-Man silhouette and mold, and nothing really distinguishes them without the name, or if you just know that that's the character. Of course, I love the fact that he is in the mask, but I feel like they overdid it. They do a lot of Spider-Man pops with him in the mask, and I feel like the ones without the mask are more unique, and they're just more fun to collect, in my opinion. Those are my favorite ones, and this is why I was really excited to get this one, especially because it released at the end of the year, where there's a lot of new Spider-Man news and new Funko Spider-Man releases that are coming out. And I'm very excited because they don't make a lot of these unmasked Spider-Man Funko Pops. So it's nice to see that they had a new unmasked Spider-Man added to the collection. It makes them different. And yeah, they're not worth a lot. I think they run for about like anywhere between $15 to like $20. It's not very, expensive. It's not like a Grail or something, but they are unique enough to make your collection different. And I personally like them. I have 3 so far. I know there's a couple more out there, like some older ones I haven't really gotten to yet, but I'm hoping to collect that because I think, like I said, these are the most unique and valuable pops in my collection. It's just sentimental value. But yeah, here he is, the Zombie Hunter Hot Topic exclusive Unmasked Spider-Man. And he does have a little bit of metallic paint. He has a little shine to it. Even on the cape, you can see has a little bit of a shine, which is pretty cool. He doesn't have metallic on his head or his hair, but nonetheless, he's still a pretty cool pop. So he's a little top heavy, and I think that's because he's a bobblehead, so whenever the head shakes a little bit, he'll topple over. But other than that, it's not really that much of a big deal. I'm pretty sure if they weren't bobbleheads, he'd have a little bit more stability. However, the other 2 pops that come from the Spider-Man video game, they don't have no problem standing up. As far as I see, they don't topple down. But here he is, from the Amazing Spider-Man game, Peter Parker Unmasked. And this has a nice detail that he's actually holding the Spider-Man mask in his hand, which I think is pretty cool. He has a different hairstyle, and his hair is a little darker brown compared to the Zombie Hunter Spider-Man, which is a little bit brown, lighter brown. And I love the detail that they did with the suit. He has a lot of white and red, and he just looks more modern and sporty, and it actually represents the game very well. And last but not least, a fan favorite, unmasked Miles Morales in the classic suit. And I really like this pop because he is a chase, as well as he's a new Spider-Man, and he is in a different pose. He's not just standing up, he's actually jumping, which I like. As well as the original non-chase version, he is jumping still. But I wish they had a little glow effect on the lightning coming out of his hand. I think that would have made it a little better. But nonetheless, I appreciate that this was a chase, and I was actually able to get this because I had walked into a GameStop and they just somehow or randomly just put it on the shelf that day as I walked in. And I was like, I have to get it. And these are the three pops. I hope to be getting more in the future, and I really do hope that Funko does start making more Spider-Man or Spider-Women with the mask off, because I feel like they had give it a little more character. It's a little more appreciative, and if they make it the commons, that's fine with me. I really collect it for just the plain detail of seeing it and knowing that okay, this is this Peter Parker, and they make these little changes or these little added details to the unmasked version that make him a little special. And on to the next news. Now that Spider-Man No Way Home has been set to premiere this week, we have started to see a lot of Spider-Man related Funko news, as well as some Funko Pops drop in stores. So the animated Spider-Man Funko Pops have been seen in stores with Black Cat, Doc Ock, Madam Web, and some Spider-Man. We haven't yet to see the Hobgoblin t-shirt bundle hit stores, nor the common Hobgoblin, as far as my knowledge, but they should be shipping out online orders very soon now that we've seen them in stores. Some other exciting news that happened to be released yesterday. We have got the Spider-Man Deluxe Sinister 6 Funko Pops coming out. Now, the one that was revealed yesterday was Doc Ock, but they also revealed the silhouette, and there's a total of 7 deluxe pops, which supposed to fit together kind of like the Marvel Assembled Avengers Assemble line, how they fit together. And you can clearly see that there's Mysterio, Vulture, Doc Ock is in there, Electro, and Sandman. And then there's two silhouettes where people, I guess, have started to say that, okay, this is Spider Man in the middle, or this is Spider Man to the far left. So, my opinions on that, I do think that Spider-Man is on the far left, but I don't think that is how the final assembly will look like, because it right now the silhouette looks a little clunky if that's the case, because that one figure on the very far left is a little far away from the rest of the villains. It has like a nice gap where the other villains are more surrounded almost in a circle. And I believe that the picture is only to demonstrate or display all 7 characters. And when it is assembled, it will look like the Avengers assemble, where you kind of go around in a circle, and it'll look better for display purposes, because if it was like that long, kind of like weirdly broken kind of look how the silhouette is, it wouldn't look really good on the display, in my opinion. Or I think many people will agree on that, because of the fact that it's just it looks weird. It doesn't look right. Where in the middle picture you can see that there's somebody in the middle or whatnot. But like I said, I think they only placed the silhouette of Spider-Man to the very far left because they wanted to display all of the characters that are going to be in the assembled line. So that being said, I do think the person in the middle is a villain. How and they just wanted to show that this villain is there, and the only reason that he is in the middle is because he's probably supposed to be in front of the Spider-Man, and then that villain would have blocked Spider-Man's view from being seen by the silhouette, so nobody would have been able to tell like what's going on. And they wanted to really, I think, outline all the different details that they have on the background, where for example, they have Sandman's arms, they're a little bulky, you can check that. And then the Vulture is, he's flying, so he has the little dust at the bottom that shows that he's flying, as well as Mysterio has a little smoke of clouds on his feet. So if they were to actually show it fully assembled, you would miss a lot of details because of this one character blocking it. So it wouldn't really make sense. Now, if you zoom into the middle silhouette, you can see that on the arm of this character, it has something kind of sharp on his wrist, and it's only shown that it has one on one arm. And I'm thinking it could be Kraven the Hunter, because Kraven the Hunter does have these like little bands on his wrist. Now, I'm not sure why it's pointy or sharp in this reason, but I'm thinking more like he is, even though he has this more Spider-Man crouching pose. Craven the Hunter is known for crouching, like he's stalking his prey, almost like a tiger. So I guess we can't really tell until they officially release all the photos to see how the uh, assembly would be or how it like finally look. But from what I can tell, I really do hope that it is Spider-Man in the middle, like he is jumping down, because from the details of Doc Ock, it looks like he is surprised and he's kind of backing away, like Spider-Man had actually just jumped in the middle of their group. And from everybody else, it looks like Electro looks like he's surprised, and Sandman looks like he's ready to fight. So, and Vulture just took off because he looks like he got ambushed, or they're about to attack Spider-Man, you know? So it would only make sense that Spider-Man is in the middle. And he has this crouching pose, which looks pretty nice. And on to the final topic of today, I'll be talking about my predictions for the No Way Home movie. And I'm super excited for that because the premiere is actually on my birthday. So, super hyped. Can't wait to see it. And my first prediction for the Spider-Man No Way Home movie is a big topic that everybody has their own opinions on. It's a big controversy. And it's basically if Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man will be in this No Way Home movie. And I believe that they will be. Now, there's a lot of controversial amongst the fans and amongst other people saying that, oh, they've denied it and they've talked on interviews and saying this and this and that. But the problem is that they could have an NDA. And if they have an NDA, they're going to have to deny it because then you'll get in trouble, of course. There's no definitive proof that they will be in there, but I'm like 85% sure that they will. I'm sure a lot of toy companies, I think Hasbro has the toy rights to or licensing to the Spider-Man and other Marvel characters. So when the movie drops this week, we will only find out. A lot of people are in suspense, and of course, it's going to be a big iconic moment. Spider-Man is the most popular superhero globally and is going to be the highest grossing movie of 2021. I already know it. And it's not so far-fetched to say that they will appear because based off the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie that got super great reviews, like everybody loved that movie. It would be a big hard ball drop if they didn't do this or add these characters in, especially because of the fact that Tom Holland's Spider-Man is so inexperienced. And I have nothing against his Spider-Man, but the truth is his Spider-Man sucks. Like they really took away from what Spider-Man is, who Peter Parker really is. Like he is a great Peter Parker, but he's not the greatest Spider-Man. He's a very inexperienced Spider-Man, and a lot of people I think fail to realize that he's still in high school. He's not really experienced in combat. He doesn't have all that combat experience. And then, yeah, in the MCU they did that Thanos snap, so he lost so many years that he could have been Spider-Man. But regardless of that, he doesn't have the combat battle experience. He hasn't fought too many people, and realistically, I think they really gave him a handicap because yeah, he's the modern day Spider-Man. He has like a nice upgraded suit, but it really took away from what Spider-Man is, the genius of Spider-Man. They gave him a suit that Tony Stark had made. And the whole premise of who Peter Parker is that he didn't ask anybody for help. He did everything. He's very smart. He's actually a genius. Yeah, they showed him making his web fluid chemical, but the thing is, like, he made the suit by himself. He did upgrades for his suit by himself. He has gadgets by himself. Like, he's done all of it. He's a genius. And they really just made him look bad and how he has to rely on Iron Man to get all this tech or do these things with Ned. They have Ned substitute and become like a computer geek and have him really do things that Peter is capable of actually doing. So that being said, he actually lacks the critical thinking capabilities of a realistic Spider-Man, where he has to rely on others rather than himself or his own intellect. Because, for example, when Spider-Man faced Electro, he made his own insulated suit, spider suit, to combat Electro's electricity, so he wouldn't get shocked and he would be able to fight against Electro. with any issues. So for the movie to say, or a lot of people to claim that they wouldn't put or bring in these other two Spider-Man from different universe, where they would only leave Tom Holland's Spider-Man to face other Spider-Man villains who come from two different universes, and he has no idea how to fight them, combat them, or their weaknesses, or how to like really fight six villains at one time. So it's a little left field to say that he's gonna attack all of them and win by himself. No way. At the end of the day, he's still a kid. He doesn't know what it means to be a hero, and he doesn't really know how to fight many villains, let alone multiple villains at once. Secondly, there's been an official release trailer for Brazil. Now, I'm not 100% sure if it was photoshopped or not, but to my knowledge, it is legitimate. Somebody messed up. But the official Brazil release shows that the lizard is actually being punched in the face, but there's nobody there. So they CGI'd whoever was there out, and it's not the first time Marvel has CGI'd to add characters or make something look different. And of course, like they're going to build up the suspense. So if Toby and Andrew's Spider-Man are in there, it would make more sense for them to fight their own respective villains because they would know how to defeat them, of course. But take everything with a grain of salt. Spider-Man does come out in a few days, and everyone will finally know the truth if Toby and Andrew Spider-Man will be in there, or if it will just be Tom Holland and they'll have a great movie where he does somehow defeat all six Sinister Six characters. But that being said, if they do somehow appear in the movie, I'm sure everybody will be hyped, the theaters will go crazy, and I do hope that after the movie appears, that Funko does release some new Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield Spider-Man Funko Pops. And even if they don't release, I still hope that Funko does release some new Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man Pops from those respective movies, because I'm sure a lot of people would love to see those two Spider-Man and add them to the collection. I know they have older pops, but I would like to see a new variation, see how they make it different. They have new pops and new molds, and they do a lot more better designs nowadays than they did back in the earlier years of Funko. But that's all the news I have for you guys today. Tell me what you think about these unmasked Spider-Man pops, and if you guys are excited to see the new No Way Home Spider-Man movie. Till next time, guys.